Today, November 29, 2023, GameStop stock keeps pushing higher ahead of earnings. GME stock was headed to the moon, according to traders at StockTwits, on a short squeeze. GameStop shares rose nearly 30% over 24 hours before trade opened this morning. The company is due to report earnings on December 6. Is the meme stock wave back? GameStop stock is up nearly 30% in 24 hours, on high volume, as the company prepares to announce quarterly earnings on December 6. Shares that traded for under $12 on November 27 were being sold for over $15.30 before the market opened this morning. The move brings the market capitalization for the gaming retailer to $4.6 billion. Traders are betting the stock could jump 50% over the next 2 weeks. Many are playing call options that would only show a return if the stock hits $22 per share or more. Why, GameStop, why now? There are early signs that the current holiday season will set records. But the sudden move in GameStop stock does not appear to be based on fundamentals. Analysts still expect the company to report a loss in its next earnings report and a loss for the year. GameStop has sales of about $6 billion per year and is now selling for about 75% of sales. By comparison, Walmart sells for 66% of its sales but consistently shows a profit of roughly 2.5% on sales. Instead, this looks like a return to the meme stock era of early 2021. That January, GameStop shares jumped from under $5 to a high of $81 on pure speculation from small traders, urged on by comments on Reddit. They seem to be at it again on StockTwits, where comments like "to the moon" predicted a short squeeze ahead. The most recent public data at Fintel showed 22.7% of shares being held short, with over 12 days to cover. Almost 64% of the stock was being held short outside the listed exchanges. Investor Ryan Cohen put himself in charge of the company in September. He immediately warned employees to become extremely frugal. He said he had no time to waste on delegators and time wasters. Since then, however, there have been no new growth initiatives. What happens next? A short squeeze or meme stock wave is fragile. Anyone who gets into GME stock should be ready to sell at any time since the rise is based on sentiment. 5 investors betting big on GameStop stock. 13 filers increased their GME stock exposure by 1.95% during third quarter. GameStop is surging higher ahead of the company's earnings on December 6. Ryan Cohen's RC Ventures remains the largest shareholder of the company. Other significant shareholders of GME stock include BlackRock and Vanguard. Shares of GameStop stock are up by over 15% today, bringing its one-month return to about 25% as traders on social media speculate that a short squeeze event like the one that occurred in early 2021 could happen again. According to Vonda Research, individual investors acquired $1.92 million of shares on a net basis yesterday, the highest figure since August 6. As of November 15, GME stock carried a high short interest as a percentage of float of 22.81%. That's equivalent to 60.67 million shares sold short and would take 18.1 days to fully cover. Generally, a short interest above 10% is considered high, while a short interest above 20% is very high. On top of that, a major catalyst is on the way, as the video game retailer is set to report its third quarter earnings on Wednesday, December 6, after the market close. Options trading for the meme stock has also swelled in recent days. Volume for GameStop's December 8 $20 call option has taken off, with most of it as a result of new trades consisting of small blocks. That's a sign that retail traders are at play and that they expect a positive earnings report. For the third quarter, analysts expect revenue of $1.182 billion, down by 0.35% year-over-year, and a GAAP EPS loss of 9 cents. 5 investors betting big on GME stock. Tracking institutional ownership is important, as these large investors provide liquidity and support for stocks. During third quarter, 233 filers disclosed a stake in GME, a decline of 12 filers from the prior quarter. None of these filers own GME in their top 10 positions. In total, the filers own 85.28 million shares, up by 1.95% from 83.64 million shares. Hedge funds took a different stance, as they decreased their aggregate ownership by 10.51% to 8.15 million shares. With that in mind, let's take a look at GameStop's top shareholders. 1. RC Ventures, an investment vehicle owned by CEO Ryan Cohen, owns 36.84 million shares. RC's stake is accurate as of second quarter. 2. Vanguard, 25.28 million shares. Vanguard acquired 345,488 shares during third quarter. 3. BlackRock, 22.66 million shares. BlackRock acquired 979,211 shares during third quarter. 4. State Street, 7.71 million shares. State Street acquired 264,580 shares during third quarter. 5. Geode Capital Management, 3.99 million shares. Geode acquired 221,707 shares during third quarter.